Welcome to Surrender Yoga with Sam. We're going to do some warm up and stretches. So begin in tabletop. Spread your knees a little bit and drop your tailbone to your heels. Reach forward. Fold over. This is your child's pose. You're totally relaxed. On your next inhale, bring yourself forward toward tabletop, but then drop into King Cobra, bringing your heels toward your buttocks and dropping your hips. Adjust as you need to, and then your head goes back toward your heels. And then push back into your child's pose. We're going to do this a couple of times. So come forward, tabletop, drop, King Cobra. Inhale, push back into tabletop. Exhale, go back into child's pose. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, King Cobra. Inhale, push back into tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. On this next inhale, come forward, come into King Cobra, but look over your left shoulder as far as you can, and then come back forward, and then look over your right shoulder. Embrace and surrender. Lower your right foot and then your left foot. Look again, left, come back forward, and look over your right shoulder once more. Bring your feet back up. Inhale, push yourself back into tabletop. Exhale, back to child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Coming back to your tabletop, adjust your hands so that your shoulders are stacked just above your wrist. You're going to take your right arm to the right side of the room, and then take it to the sky, taking your gaze with your thumb, stretching back. Thread your right arm through your left, lowering your shoulder and cheek. Lift your left arm and then wrap it around your back, taking your fingertips around your waist. If this feels good to you, stay here. Or you can take your left leg, extend it back, maybe even raise it to the ceiling. And when you're ready, you can lower your foot down, bring it back, then raise your arm back to the sky, and then down to the mat. Push yourself back into tabletop. And let's do that on the other side. So left arm to the left side of the room, and then to the sky, taking your gaze with it. Thread your left arm through your right. Lower your shoulder and your cheek to the mat. Raise your left arm to the sky and then wrap it around your back. Take your fingertips around your waist. Now lift to your right leg. That feels good to you. To the back of the room and then up to the sky. Just a moment, and when you're ready, lower your foot back down, and then bring it back in. Raise your right arm back to the sky, and then bring it back down to the mat. Push yourself back into tabletop. Move your body as you need to. Begin with some cat-cows. So inhale, drop your belly. Raise your tailbone. Exhale, round your spine. nice and straight. Take your right arm to the side and then bring your foot toward your hands for a bind. Pull yourself, stretch. Hold here. Then release your bind. Foot goes to the back of the room, arm goes back to the front, and then bring your elbow to knee for a crunch. Let's do that 3 times. Elbow to knee. Exhale back out. Inhale. Bring your elbow to knee. Stretch back out. Good. Hand down. Knee down. Let's do the other side. So left arm to the front of the room. Right leg to the back of the room. Nice and straight. Balance here. Take your arm to the side and then reach for your bind. If you cannot connect, that is fine. Just reach. Stay. Breathe. Release your bind. Leg back to the back of the room. And then begin your crunches. Elbow to knee. Exhale out. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Exhale back out. One more. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Exhale out. Nice job. Hand down, knee down. Move your body as you need to. Then curl your toes under for your first downward facing dog and pedal out, allowing your hamstrings to adjust. And then find stillness. Your hips are to the sky. Raise your right leg to the ceiling and then come forward to a half pigeon. Your right knee is in front of you. Extend your back leg all the way back, resting on your thigh and not your kneecap, and then fold over. Take a few deep breaths here as you stretch your hip. You can always place a block under your hip for more comfort. Push yourself back up. Curl your toe under. And come back to your 3-leg dog. Right leg goes back into the air. Lower your right leg down. Back to downward facing dog, and left leg goes in the air. Bring that knee forward to half pigeon on the left side, extending your back leg all the way back. And when you're ready, fold over. Again, a block can be placed under your hip for comfort to bring the earth a little closer to you. Take a couple breaths here, and when you're ready, come back up. Curl your toe under and go back into your 3-leg dog. And then put your foot back down. You're back into your downward facing dog. Make any adjustments that you need to. And then right leg goes back into the air. And this time we're going to go for wild things. So extend your right foot across your mat and raise your left arm. And then bring it back around and down. Right leg back into the air. And then take your right foot and reach for your left buttock, opening up your hip here. And then flip dog. Take your foot all the way over. Lift your hips and reach for the front of the room. Back around, right leg in the air, and then place it down for your downward facing dog, getting ready for the left side. So left leg into the air. Wild thing, take that left leg across your mat, raise your right arm. Place your arm back down, left leg back in the air, and then take your foot all the way over for flip dog. Raise your hips, reaching for the front of the room. Come back around, three-leg dog, and back down for downward facing dog. Pedal out as you need to, make any movements that your body needs, and then drop your knees down for tabletop, but we're just going to sit on our bottoms, hands in prayer position, always giving thanks that your body can move. Inhale, raise your hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands heart center. Do that a couple of times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. Now we're going to go into full pigeon. So stack your legs on top of one another. Take a couple of deep breaths. Embrace the stretch here. And when you're ready, fold over for a deeper stretch. Reach your arms all the way to the front of the room. Try to get your forehead to the mat, bringing your hands to prayer position above your head. Push back up, and then switch your legs around in order to stretch the other hip. Stack them right on top of one another. Embrace the stretch here. Find stillness. And when you're ready, fold over once again, bringing your hands to prayer position above your head. When you're ready, push yourself back up. Release your legs, relieve the stress. And as always, the light in me honors the light in you.